Sloths, welcome to this Heroes Lounge end of season catch-up video, where today I will briefly take you through all of the teams who will be heading to, or nearly getting to, the Heroes Lounge playoffs, which will be starting next week. This time next week we will be doing a drawing show for you, once again, using our high-tech randomization system.
Rigging. So, we have this with us today.
Oh, it's so much smaller than it looked in the photos.
I know. I thought it was going to be like, oh, I'm wondering how I'm going to be able to carry this home alone. But then it was like...
Rob showed me a photo and it looked like it was a big deal which you put on a table. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh yeah. My God, I'm so excited. That's what we're going to be using, guys. There's no expense spared here at Heroes Lounge.
Things to note before we go anywhere, of course, is that, as a reminder, we have two separate playoffs going on. First of all, we have the Cup and we have the Championship. For the Cup, it is Division 5, 4 and 3. And for the Championship, it is Division 2 and 1. We'll be starting with the Cup, of which, for places available in both stages, in both playoffs, there are 16 places available, spread across the divisions that are part of it. For the Cup, we have 5 spots from Division 5, 5 spots from Division 4, and then 6 spots in Division 3, all of which are up for play for, and given the nature of the season, it has been a close-run thing all of the way through. Starting with Division 5, first of all, there are 2 teams currently who are guaranteed a place, which is Fat 11 and Nutty. They are the only teams currently with a score of 7 out of 9, which is, to start with, fantastic, but the teams directly below them with only 1 round left are Sops, Jades, Operations, and Potatoes. Sops and the Jades are at 6, and the Sops will be playing Fat 11 over this week, and if they win, they are also guaranteed a place in the playoffs. The Jades are playing up against Operation, and again, if they win, they will be guaranteed a place in the playoffs. As for the rest of the teams, you have Potatoes, who are playing Sky High. You have Team Faces, which are playing up against Nutty. And finally, you have Hot Stuff, who we're not actually sure about at the moment. Now, to get into the playoffs, we have the Sops, the Jades, and the Potatoes. They are masters by mathematics. They are masters of their own fate, where if they win their games, they should be getting themselves in, as we've already touched on the Sops and the Jades. Now, Potatoes, they are currently will be playing against COB Facepalm and will be playing against Sky High. If they win both of those games, Potatoes will be in the playoffs, which for Season 1 stalwarts, I would absolutely love to see Potatoes in the playoffs, if just because that would be a grand meme in of itself. Honourable mention in Division 5, however, has to be Sky High. Started 0-3, 3 losses in a row for the beginning of the season, but have clawed their way back to end currently 5-3. So regardless of what happens, if they lose to Potatoes, it doesn't matter. Honourable mention to you guys coming back from behind. Absolutely fantastic job. Now, to bear in mind, when this video, you guys are seeing this video, some results may have been updated. This is getting filmed Saturday afternoon, so from Sunday morning and Sunday evening games, things may have updated. So, games to note. Today, on your watching of this, you have the Hot Stuff versus the Wins by Default game at 8 o'clock. You also have the Potatoes versus Facepalm, that is at 9 o'clock. Potatoes versus Sky High is on the 25th at 9 o'clock, and the Jades versus Operations is at 20. These are the games that we know are currently scheduled, so we are building hype for those games in Division 5. Moving to Division 4 now, and the only team who are guaranteed entry is Team Haunt, with only 1 game left to play and currently sat at 7 points, which is 1 point clear of everybody, actually. Now, overall, for the rest of the playoffs, for the rest of the spots available, we have Go Crazy, Plan B, NDMT all at 6 points, Dropkick Murkies, Elite AI, Pro Nubs, Puppies, and Twisted Academy all on 5. And depending on how those games go, this is going to be a complete mess. It is a potential for multi-way tiebreakers, which are going to be all kinds of crazy. However, looking at the games we have going on, Go and Go Crazy are up against Twisted Academy. If Twisted Academy lose that, they are guaranteed out, and Go and Go Crazy are guaranteed to come in. Plan B are up against the Dropkick Murkies, and again, if Plan B win that game, they will be guaranteed. So there's 3 spots. NDMT is also against Twisted Academy and also against Team Haunt. Depending on what happens, if they win at least one of those, they're also going to go in. Finally, leading us up to the teams at 5 wins. There is 1 spot realistically available for those teams. Now, it could be possible the teams at 6 wins do lose their games, which then completely opens it up to tie breaks. Because Division 4 is the one where we're most likely to see tiebreakers going on, how tiebreakers will work is that each team will play another best-of-3 game between each other. Unless they have already played each other during the season. If they have played each other during the season, then we take that result to determine the team's order. Right? So, if you have Team A and B end the season basically on the same points, and there is 1 playoff spot between the pair of them, they've played before, and Team B beat Team A, that means Team B will go into the playoffs and Team A will not. This is the simplest, easiest method we have of being able to rank teams according to their wins. If that result doesn't exist, then we will make them play another best-of-3 game to be able to determine that order. This also takes into account for in terms of promotion as well as the playoff entry. Other possibilities, you do have Wood Tier Warriors. They're sat at 4 wins. It is possible if they beat both Puppies and Team Kinky, they can be potentially looking for a playoff spot in terms of tiebreakers, but we'll just have to see how it goes. Now, in terms of matches, on today we have NDMT versus Twisted Academies. We have Puppies versus the Wood Tier Warriors. Monday is NDMT again versus Team Haunt. Wednesday, 24th, you have 23 APM versus the Pro Nubs. You have the Dropkick Murkies versus Plan B on the 25th, and Twisted Academy on the 26th. That's Division 4 wrapped up. As I say, this is all to build hype for those games. This is to see who will go into. And finally, for the Cup, things are in some cases a little bit clearer, and in some cases really that not. There are currently 4 teams who are currently guaranteed entry, and that is Pyrolyze Nevermind, AUA, Goofy, and Team Diggle. I think that's how you pronounce that, but it's Team Diggle. We're going with that. We're going with that today. Both Diggle and Goofy are playing at 8 o'clock today, so those will be some match to watch. And if either Goofy or Diggle win, they will be then playing. They are playing for seed spots. Again, seeding is determined by the ordering, but we're less likely to force them to take a playoff game. Now, for the final 2 spots, however, we have under Bronze Tier, VXO, Acid, that'll be Acid Transmandibles, Health Angels, Kartoffel Moss, Team Y, all of which playing for 2 spots. You also potentially have Mindful Pony and Senpai's Groupies being able to get themselves in there up to 6 wins if they win both of their games, or at least bring them up to 5, depending on what happens. Now, we have Acid Transmandibles against Deagle and Kartoffel Moss. So if Acid Transmandibles win both of those games, they will be in. Under Bronze Tier is against Team Y. Basically, there's lots of games. Realistically, 3 of the 6 spots are going to be taken up by the winner of Pyrolyze Nevermind and AUA, and Goofy and Diggle. Realistically, those spots are gone, all of which need 1 match just to absolutely secure it. At the bottom, technically Team Y can sneak up if they beat both Senpai's Groupies and Under Bronze Tier, if it happens, but there's definitely going to be some tiebreakers going on. As I say, the notable matches are, today we have Deagle versus Acid Transmandibles, Goofy versus Tarleton Moss, Health Angels versus My Little Pony, Team Y versus Senpai's Groupies, and then on Tuesday on the 23rd we have Deagle again versus VXO, and AUA versus Pyrolyze. Those are the matches to look forward to. That will secure the top-ranked spots for the Cup. There will be some very interesting games to watch. This is the top of Div 3, and will be very exciting. We're trying our best to get as many casters to cover these games, as the teams will be busting out everything they have in order to get into the playoffs. Okay, everybody. Now we head over into the Championship, and in a complete reverse of going through the Cup, we are actually going to start at Division 1. Basically because it's easier. For Division 1, there are 10 spots available, of which 8 are guaranteed. Gorge Good Alt, New Meta Hots, Flavia Flexi, Delusional Team, Baki Babulum, yep, good luck with that, Re, Diablo Needs Affection, and Cousin Heroes Dal Over. People know I really cannot pronounce team names. We know this. Which means playing for the last 2 spots from Division 1 to get into the Championship, we have Don Fedoras, Team Upheaval, Grow Up Esports, and the Coordinated Vikings. Being played while this is filming is Delusional Team versus Team Re. That will be entirely for seeding spots. Don Fedoras are up against Grow Up Esports on Monday, the 22nd. Not sure when yet, it's not noted down. But if Don Fedoras win that game, they should be making their way into the playoffs. Coordinated Vikings have got to go up against Flavia Flexi and against Throw the Advantage. We've kind of figured out guesstimates, but out of those 4, whoever wins their games should be going into the playoffs. They are masters of their own fate, unless we're in a situation where the Coordinated Vikings can win both of their games, bringing themselves up to 6 points, meaning there may be a tiebreaker. If it's a 1-1, in theory, if Don Fedoras and Team Upheaval, or any one of them actually, just win one game, they will get into the playoffs. So, Div 1, pretty easy to actually calculate, and having Don Fedoras in the Championship would actually be one of the grandest memes known to man, and we'll see if they bust out. I would actually love to see Fedoras in the Championships again, just because I would like to see what flavour of cheese they decide to bring out this time around. So, on to Division 2, okay? There are only, out of a potential 13 teams playing for six spots, only Raging Express and Pocket Toads are guaranteed entry. Currently, Raging Express is due to play no Tay Rallies, which is unscheduled. The Pocket Toads is due to play the Forever Alones. That is going on today. That is at 7 o'clock. Now, in potential for getting into the playoffs, we have, in no particular order, No Rallies, Battle Beast Boys, Duo Abuse, Crocodogs, Milfis, Shisha Boys, Forever Alones. No longer we have Trust Issues. We have the Pled Police, the Wolfpack, and Team Unity. Now, these are spread between 6 and 4 wins. If the teams at 6 wins, Tenor Rallies, Battle Beast Boys, Duo Abuse, if they win their games, they are guaranteed a spot. Tenor Rallies is against Raging Express, who have only dropped a single game over this season. Duo Abuse is against Battle Beast Boys, and which means whoever wins that game will be safe. Whoever loses that game will be forced into a tiebreaker situation. Currently, the Crocodocs are against the Pleb Police, and Milfits were against Trust Issues. Now, looking at the individual teams, Crocodocs need to win versus Pleb Police to make the tiebreakers, which will be at 6 and 5. Pleb Police need to win both games versus the Wolfpack and Crocodocs to also make tiebreakers. As we said already, Raging Express and Pocket Toads are in, so they will be playing for seed spots against Tenor Rallies and Forever Alones. The Forever Alones need to win against the Pocket Toads to make the tiebreakers. That'll get them to 6 points. Wolfpack need to win both their matches against the Pleb Police and Unity to make the tiebreak. They are on 4, and so as we said before, we need pretty much going to need to get to 6 wins at minimum to be in. We already, as we said, we already have 4 teams at 6 points, meaning there is 1 spot left to get to at least 6 wins in order to make the playoffs. We're not sure how the tiebreaks are going to go for this. This is, there are so many teams and so many possibilities and so many games going on this week. Div 2, because of how close it is, we can't actually, no one wants to put any predictions on this. There are lots of games in Div 2. Turn up, show your support, and, well, pick your favorite team and give them as much love as humanly possible. Now, as people may know, on Sunday the 28th, we will be doing our grand rigging ceremony, which will see teams being put into groups for both the Cup and the Championship, and then we'll be running group stages for 2 weeks, leading us to the finals, which will be happening on the 10th and the 11th of February for the Cup, and the 17th and the 18th for the Championship. They will have games as per normal going on the entire weekend, as well as the group stages, which will be going on before that as well. We have still lots of games. We still have a month worth of Hero Lounge action to bring with you, with the next season, Season 6, starting some point in March and April. I don't actually know the date yet. Please get in contact with your nearest moderator. Thank you guys for watching this. Special thanks to Dentro Omnet. Special thanks to Dentro Oment, D the Hunter, for producing all of these notes. I couldn't possibly have gone through in this video all of the notes they have produced. This has been fantastic. So kudos to them. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for generating these notes for us. Thanks to Quiet for doing our brand new intro, which you will have seen for the very first time on this video. And finally, through to Julian Doom, who is writing the applicable blog post if you prefer to be able to read this thing in significantly more detail. So, thank you very much, guys. Thank you everyone for watching this. Hope this has been absolutely useful to you. Loads of games still to see. We'll see you in the week. Thank you very much, and goodbye.